How you doing out there on the internet? Welcome to the math class DPCR Algebra 2. What it do? How you doing, guys? It's good to see you. So, what we are doing today, we are going to be setting up our calculator to deal with this next section of our notebook. We are dealing with imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers are quite hefty. It's a spicy topic, so we got to make sure that we are getting the hang of this. So, let's look at this. First step, we are going to need to do is turn on our calculator. If you hit the on button, it turns it on. Now, what we're trying to do is make it so when we take the square root of, let's say, a negative number, so let's try negative 4. Normally when we put this in the calculator, we get this specific error, non-real answer. This is not going to help us out when we're going through to this next section. We are going to actually be learning about a new type of number that you haven't had to deal with before. So let's show you where you need to go to and what you need to do. Let's look. First step, turn on your calculator and press the mode button. The mode button is right up here. So let's click this. Now the mode button gives us a lot of different menus that we're going to be seeing in different types of math. A lot of these things you're not going to really get into in high school. This is mostly for college at some point. So what we're going to go to is down here to this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th option. This allows us to deal with certain types of numbers that we're going to be dealing with. So we have real numbers. We have this option right here. This is for complex numbers. Complex numbers involve imaginary numbers like I. I is going to be the next subject that we're going to talk about in particular. So for the sake of argument, let's just go through and click that and make sure we got that. So we got A plus BI highlighted, and what we're going to do is we're going to press clear, and we are going to test out a couple of values in here. So we got a couple of things to practice. We got all of these are negative perfect squares that I've plugged in here, and I want you to go through and evaluate them. So for the first example, if you plug in the negative square root of 16 here, you should get 4 with this little I next to it. I is involved whenever we see a negative number in the square root column. So if I go through and evaluate this again, I end up getting a 2i instead of that non-real answer error message that I had before. So 2i is what we get there. Let's try out the next one. We got negative 9, 3i. Then we got 36, which should give us 6i. And 121. 11i. So that's pretty simple right here. You might notice all these are perfect squares. So that means that the only difference between this and what we would normally type without the negative symbol is that we're going to have an I attached when we see this negative symbol here. So we got 2i, 3i, 6i, 11i, and 7i. So all these are going to be things that we're going to be seeing in the next section. Make sure you got your calculator set up and hold on to your butts because we got a new type of math we're about to deal with, baby. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.